Well, firstly, I'll talk about Jacques on the field. It's been an absolute pleasure to play alongside him the last couple of seasons. He's a guy that I've admired from afar, and playing against him, especially when I was at Gloucester. I remember he used to have good old tussles with Akapusi and Guerra, and some of the hits that were flying in. So I think his career kind of speaks for itself. Anyone who's watched the game of rugby will know Jacques Burger and know of him, and he's had an incredible career. I spoke to him the other day and I said, you know, however you're going to finish your career, you'll always be remembered as one of the greats. And I think by looking at him in the face, you'll see that he's been around a bit, and he's done a bit on the pitch, but he's got to be, hands down for me, maybe one of the toughest guys that's ever played the game. And like I said, you only need to look at his face to see some of the hits that he's put in. So it's been an absolute pleasure to have taken the field with him, to play against him, but also to call him a teammate, and now, you know, a friend forever.
It's glad that he's on our team. So, I mean, he's a human wrecking ball. You know, he does damage to whoever's in front of him, whether it's his own teammate or the opposition. So, listen, he's an energy giver. We talk about energy givers, and on the pitch, Jacques is an absolute energy giver. You know, he never stands back. He gives 110% every single time he takes the field, no matter what occasion, no matter if you're 20 points down or 20 points up. What you find is 110% commitment every single time he puts his foot on the field, and that's why I hold him in such high regard.
Oh, he's been an amazing player for this club over a 5 or 6 year period. He's one of those players on the field that people just follow because of the example that he sets. How brave he is, how courageous he is. He's definitely the one player that the opposition are most mindful of. They're nervous about him because he's got no respect for himself, and he gives everything to the team. His physicality at the breakdown or the way he hits tackles is a different level altogether, and for our younger players he's been an inspiration.
Off the field, he's an absolute gent. You know, he's a family man, and I've shared many a beer with him, and hopefully continue to do that. But like I said there, we'll always remember Jacques as a rugby player, but I'll always remember Jacques not only as a rugby player, but as a pretty decent bloke.
On the pitch, you see, obviously, you know, this player who mounts people and is quite a violent person, and off the pitch he's the total opposite. He's a gentle giant, real nice family guy. Extremely funny, very sarcastic guy, which makes it even more funnier. But I think you know, he's definitely going to be missed as a character around the pitch, around the club, and I think, you know, he will definitely do well whatever he's going to do afterwards with his farming, etc. But he's an extremely nice guy.
He'll be missed around the place. The sort of endeavour that he puts in every time he goes out there in the frosty is what we pride ourselves on at Saracens, and you know, giving 100% every single time, whether you know, away from home or big games, small games, he does it every time, and that's what makes him so special.
Listen, he's brilliant off the pitch as well. He's got time for everybody. You know, he's a very grounded individual. He's got no airs and graces, and you know, what you see is what you get. And you know, he's fantastic for the team culture, fantastic for the environment that we have here. And I think everyone will be in agreement that, you know, he's just a great guy to have around, whether it be, you know, on the pitch, off the pitch, in a bar, at a picnic, whatever the case may be. But you know, he's one of those guys that you enjoy having around. And I can't believe that it's already his last game for the club, and it's come around far too quickly, in my opinion. But yeah, fair play to him. He's had some horrific injuries, and I think that, you know, I don't think there'd be any other player in the squad that could come back from what he's come back from. And again, it just shows the commitment he has to playing for this team, and to getting his body put together. And you know, hopefully the club will give him a good send-off in terms of getting all his body parts sorted out before they send him off into the sunset.
Thing is, for me, you know, whilst it's sad that he's finishing, in some ways I'm glad that he's having this send-off. You know, his final game is going to be played at home, which is obviously a great thing. And I think in terms of Jacques as a player, you know, he's one of the toughest players in the world. I think if he had played for a slightly more famous rugby nation, I think he would have been a global superstar. He hits unbelievably hard. He works unbelievably hard, and especially when you consider that he's basically played the last 4 seasons on one leg, so that's an incredible achievement, and I am just very honoured that I've managed to share the pitch with him so many times.
It's feeling like the end of an era, with Ernst leaving just before Christmas, and Jack now leaving at the end of the year, and this being his last game this weekend. He's a fun-loving guy. You know, he's got great friends all the way through the group and the staff, and of course he'll be missed. But we're delighted for him that he got another year out of that body of his, and he's contributed a huge amount this year. Obviously had a phenomenal end of season last year when he contributed to the Premiership final, but he's also done that again this year, and it's great that he gets the opportunity to run out at Allianz Park for one final time.